What's up, YouTube world? We have a super special video today. This was an express shipment back from PCGS. This is something I've been kind of working on for quite some time now. You can see I just cut the box open. Trying to get you some more content. I'm kind of just been in and out, tons of stuff going on. But you can see right here, it is still sealed. I did look at these grades per insurance reasons. I don't know which box is which, but a lot of these notes are from the A&A. And then some of these are from a deal that I've been working on off and on for the last couple months. Let me see if we can adjust quick. Apologize. These are all going to be high denomination notes. So right off the bat, we have a 1928 500 Chicago district. This would be a dark green seal, graded AU50. It does have a small little edge nick right there, and a little bit of a paper scuff right there. Most likely these are caused by, or most generally these are caused by paper clips when stored. And what happens is, instead of pulling the paper clip away from the note, people just yank the note off the paper clip and it scratches the design. Hence, a lot of times they don't comment that because it's part of handling it in the banking system, but they will knock it down a point based on eye appeal. So this note probably, the technical grade is probably more like an AU53, possibly AU55, and then these minor handling issues, they knock it down. So if you ever hear the term used, silent net, this would be the silent net, in my opinion. Next up, we have a Kansas City light green seal and VF30 details. Minor scratches and corner tip replaced. You can see up here the corner has been replaced, and they are notating the scratches in the design up at the top. So, yep. A lot of times when they have torn off corners, people will just replace the upper, one of the two corners, just to make the note look whole. It's a very small restoration, or it's a very small repair. It's just something that's done for aesthetics. Next up, you have a 1934 Chicago 500. This would be also a dark green seal, graded XF40. Just a nice clean note. It does not have any of those handling scratches that I was discussing earlier. Then 34A Chicago. A lot of these are going to be Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City. It's just where I'm at in this part of the country. So every once in a while we'll get a Cleveland. But most generally we get Chicago notes. It's just the way the notes circulated. But 34A Chicago Mule, so backplates from 34 series. And then this one's Choice XF45. It does have a couple small edge tears right there. Not distracting, but nonetheless, it still faces up really nice for the grade. And then we have a 34A San Francisco XF40. Picked this one up at the show. It was part of a deal. This is also a mule. It's kind of a neat serial number with the 3/8. It kind of grabs your eye. No comment. You can still see all the embossing around that seal. That's awesome. Anyways, XF40, nice note. It does have a pinhole right there in the coat, I believe. Yep, definitely a pinhole right there. But not just, distracting. Just a smidge. Still faces up really nice. Next is a 34A 500. This one would be Philadelphia. Choice VF35. Definitely a circulated piece, but it still retains really nice color and all the design elements. Once again, folks, I have the film still on these holders, so if you think that the colors are dull or something is distracting, once you remove the film on these, boy, the notes just absolutely pop. I was going to try to show you a comparison. The film actually dulls it down and actually makes the note look lesser for the grade, in my opinion. Here's a 34A Chicago AU55. I will notate something over here. A lot of people call this dirt, or they say, oh, that note's dirty. This is actually teller grease. This is what they would put on their fingers and they would use to count the money in the vaults back in the day. So when you see this on a note, that means it's just been vault cash for a long time and it's been counted over and over and over and over and over. But that's definitely teller grease. So that's part of the issue. The BEP used it, so did the banking systems. But anyways, that was a 34A Chicago AU55. Then we have a 34,000 light green seal on a Boston. A little bit better district, a little bit better note. Nice, problem-free, nothing sticks out. The hard fold is conducive to a VF30 grade. The lime green is impeccable, hasn't faded. Next is a 34 Cleveland. This note is in the grade VF30, comment free. Grover stands out awfully well. Doesn't have any pinholes. It does have these little red spots. That's most likely rubbed from being in a pack with another note, or the band being rubbing on the note. Doesn't distract from the grade. Once again, 1934,000. This is a little, well, you got to look these up. This is a blue-green, dark green seal. These serial numbers will dictate. So I wanted to call this light green seal, but it is a shade darker. If you were to compare to this Boston, I'm trying not to mix these up. They almost look very similar, but it is a shade darker, and they have documented the serial numbers to dictate when the light green seal inks were done. And yes, they do get this wrong from time to time, being LGS or DGS. This serial number most likely falls in between what they call a transitional period. So then we have a 1934,000 in XF40. It does have a little stain right there, but that's right on the margin. I'll tell you right now, in the light, this light enhances it more than the naked eye. But XF40, red, huge red fiber down here, sticks out right away. Those are the things that catch my eyes, is when the fibers hang out. So anyways, that was a quick little run through of that order. It's a pretty good little order. This next order is an ongoing collection that I've been working with a family. Due to the value of the notes, the submissions have been, there's been many submissions over the last umpteen months to get this collection certified. I have not shown you other notes from the collection. This will be the first time I'm showing you this run of notes. I would have liked to showed you the collection in the entirety. We chose not to for business purposes only. It has nothing to do with the fan base. These notes are probably not ever going to make it to sale for public. A couple of them will, some of them won't. Back right now, you have a sequential pair of 500s that graded AU55 PPQ. So these were super, super original. These notes do show a hard fold down the center, so they were folded once. PMG likes to call this a 58 PPQ. PCGS likes to call it 55 PPQ. The only difference between the two, and to me it's literally the same thing. However, the reason PCGS does it that way is because you do get a little bit of subtle ink breaks from that hard fold, and they just instantly call it a 55Q based on eye appeal. Doesn't bother me. It's one way or the other. The notes are going to sell the same. Okay, next up, I'm gonna pull these real quick so you can kind of get an idea. But here's an uncirculated sequential pair of 500s, 64 PPQ to a 66 PPQ, and here's a prime example of how much the centering changes, the left or right, between the two grades. A lot of people don't understand how these notes actually come as far as pack quality goes. But in the 1934s, the centering was very sporadic, so you would actually get, a lot of times in packs, you would get a 3, a 4, a 4, a 4, a 5, maybe a 6, and then it would kind of start over in 3, a 4, a 4, a 4. But the face centering, you can see clearly that the notes are not the same. The back centering is very much alike. They both look absolutely centered. Registration is really good. A lot of people would argue that this is a 63. This actually leans more in the 64 because of the centering on the back is so exquisite. This over here is what's called teller marks. These notes would have been in a stack, and as I was explaining before, they're a little bit dirty on this end, and that's from, they would flip the note up and count them. That's how they did it at the BEP, and that's how they did it in the bank. So that's very much original and conducive to the grade. That little mark right there, it was pinched by the teller, and they would count the note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that would create a little bit of a bend in the note, or almost a ripple, and that's called a counter mark. That's 100% original to the notes. That's how they were done. 83, 84. Here you have a series of 4 consecutives, so serial 82, 83, 84, and 85, and you have them in 4, 5, 6, and 6. So if you look at the spacing on the face margins, they grow as they go. So this is all one deal that came from one. So this, I mean, if you look at the 6, it's almost perfectly centered. A lot of people would ask why this is in a 7. The back plate is shifted bottom right. It actually has face margins like a 67 or a 68, but the back margins shifted bottom right, which eludes it from being a 7 grade. But if you look here, this one's the same. And then if you look at the 65, the margins on the face are shifted top left, and the back plate remains in the same position. So that's kind of just how it goes. The rule of thumb is the obverse should carry the weight, or the face of the note should carry the weight of the grade. And then the consideration of the back plate positioning finishes it out. So these are really, for 500s, these are super well-centered 500s for the back plate. Let's see, then we have 79, 80. So here's another sequential pair from kind of the same run, 65, 64. And then we have a trio. This is with one oddball. Oh, this was not part of that collection. Okay, I got it. So you have a sequential pair 5-4 and sequential numbers 5-4, 5-5, and they are just a nice evenly uncirculated pair of 500s. The backplate positioning is kind of perfect, and then the face margins. And then I was saying, here's some of that greasy look. That's Teller grease, so that's 100% original. So there, you guys got to see something cool today. This note I bought raw over the counter at the A&A. So it was a walk-up. Somebody had it. They had a predetermined price. We agreed to. And the note grade is 66 EPQ. The registration on the back plate is phenomenal. And the face margins are exceptional. Also, this is just a very well-centered original 500. Always happy to be offered notes. Always happy to work with families and collectors alike. Just a quick video of some high denominations. I need to do a better job of showing you guys the super cool stuff instead of just, you know, the bulk submissions. And another thing, somebody reached out to talk to me about the current PMG lead times. I think somebody said they're up to 83 days now in bulk, and econ is phenomenal. 30 plus days, I think, is what I read online. And to shed some light on that, if it says 83 days, okay, that's business days. So that's Monday through Friday of a normal work week. So a lot of people think 83 days is from the date the submission's checked in. No, they basically, so this is 5 days. So every week is 5, 10. So you're losing, you know, there's minus 2 days in the equation. So 83 business days is putting you out there. That's too long to be waiting for notes, in my opinion. If you just do a little bit of data here, you know, that's 4 weeks is only 20 days. So, you know, that's, you know, 83 days on bulk. That's a long time. I honestly can't make this number work with our business model. So I'm probably not going to be doing much more PMG submissions. I do have some econ stuff there right now, and some customer orders, but 83 days, that hurts. You know, if 20 days is a month of business, 83 days would be you know, 20, 40, 60, 80. That's basically 4.5 months your notes will be in grading. That's tough, especially if you have a bunch of money tied up. So for me, I have to do it right for business, and that's partially why we use PCGS so well. They were able to do these notes for me, and basically I had 1 week turnaround time. I messaged ahead. I said, hey, this is the volume, this is the dollar amount, what can you do for me? And they said, don't worry, we'll take care of you. So that was super great for them. I'm sure if anybody ever needed the same treatment, they have super great customer service. You can email them, reach out to them, and they'll take care of you. So if you do have a high dollar value collection and you're looking to get it done really quick, like PCGS has worked with me numerous times, and usually it's 5 to 10 business days max, and then back to me, so I have something able to get out there. With that being said, PMG's bulk consecutive has always been super stellar turnaround time. I have some bulk consecutive stuff there right now, and PMG, I did some grading with PMG at the show. I did some show grading, and it was super quick as well. So show grading has always been on par. At this time, PCGS does not offer show grading unless you attend the Long Beach show in California, which I believe is going on this week. So if anybody's heading out there, I hope you have a great show and enjoy it. With that, I need to get going. I'll get this video posted today, which is September 4th, 2024. And if you have any questions, hit me up. I'm going to try to go answer some of the comments from the last couple weeks. And a lot of people ask me about, do you have a website? Do you sell? Where do I find you? I've said this in a million videos, but we have an eBay. It's Carney CC on eBay. We have a website, carneycoincenter.com, you could purchase from. We do have a physical location. However, it's not open to the public. We do all of our business by appointment only. And usually it's pretty easy to track me down, especially with social media and things like that. But I thank all of you for subscribing and watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. There is some more bulk orders coming back. Probably have some bulk next week, hopefully. I do have a very large foreign collection I've been working on for the better part of a year. So we'll probably be grading all the foreign notes that I feel should be graded. Everything, there's going to be notes from $10 to $1,000 in this collection that will be graded. So there's a rhyme and a reason for everything that I do. So stay tuned for some of that. I'm trying to think of what else I have going on. I am working with another dealer on a really amazing small size collection with lots of obscure rarities. Just to name a few of the rarities in there, there's a $1 red seal, which is the FR 1500 star. The Puerto Rico star note is uncirculated. There's a Hawaii star note 1 uncirculated. There's a North Africa 1 star uncirculated. There's a RNS experimental star and uncirculated. A lot of those notes will be heading to PMG hopefully next week. So those are a little bit bigger, some of the bigger notes I'm currently working on in a collection. But stay tuned. I always try to keep you guys in the best loop as possible. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any questions, I always try to give you the best answer I can. Just watch and learn and take it all in, because I'm a unique cat and I have unique information to share. With all of that, I hope you have a great week or weekend. Enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.